So this is the very first instrument that David Poplar made. And when he approached me, he asked me would I like something different than other than a traditional ukulele. He thought it would be nice to make a 5-string. So we added this additional string here, and it's basically a tenor ukulele. Kind of accidentally put together a ukulele album in the last few months. It's called Novella. I was up in Port Angeles maybe a year and a half ago playing my first concert with ukulele, and there was a guy from Hawaii, David Poplar. He came to me after I played and asked me if he could make a ukulele for me. And over the last now year and a half, we've developed a good friendship. And he has made several ukuleles ranging from a 3-string to a 6-string. As far as traditional ukuleles go, you have the soprano, it's the tiniest one, the concert, which is this size here. Then you have the tenor and the baritone. In the process of getting to know David Poplar, we would frequently meet to get on the ferry and meet halfway somewhere. And his mother, Harriet, would come with him, who was 90 years old. And in the past year, she did pass away. I had a chance to meet her, the pleasure of getting to know her while she was still alive. And this ukulele kind of came to me during that time, and so we dedicated this instrument to Harriet. I took the instruments into the studio, Vertigo Productions, thinking maybe I'll just kind of test the sound. And what happened in like 3 hours is I accidentally recorded a whole album. So it's kind of Novella is a very poetic, gentle journey with these ukuleles, and it's an exercise in musical storytelling. Normally, when I go into the studio to practice a little bit or just get an idea of what things are sounding like, I do not like to use titles. I just want to improvise, lay something down, take it home, digest it, you know. But Brad wanted a title for each song, and I thought, okay, I'll go with this idea. On the 3-string here, I went into a concept of an old Western, and so I played this kind of Sergio Leone type of soundtrack. This one almost has almost like a Celtic sound. It's a 3-string, like a baritone ukulele. It's just missing one string. It's the first 2 strings of the guitar, and then a low D string. So the first title, I said, okay, I'm going to call this Rio by Night, and I went into this Brazilian sounding fantasy of being in Rio and having just this amazing night with people by the sea. He did such a beautiful job on this ukulele. The spruce top was actually intended for a guitar, and a friend of David Poplar's is a specialist in designing rosettes. So he used this top, well, a smaller piece of it here obviously, for this ukulele, and then he cut into the rosette, and you can see the fine detailed work, just hundreds of inlaid pieces here. It's quite beautiful. And this instrument, it just has such a beautiful rich tone.